Hey, everybody, welcome in. Happy Sunday evening to you, and welcome to the Nerd Herd. I am your host, Zach, from CokerCulture here, or as what's going to be news to the guys tonight. I'm sure y'all are going to post it. Somebody will in the chat at some point this evening, but I have obtained a new nickname in the community this week, so we'll see how long it takes before that gets thrown out there. But without further ado, let me get my co-host up here, our man of many talents, as I like to say, our Renaissance man, Jason from MP3D.
What's up, guys? What's up?
In the house. Welcome in, welcome in. And we do need to start off just by saying, to start with, Azkhalon will be joining us, but he had a busy afternoon. He had their track team's end of the year banquet, and so he knew he would be running a little late this evening. We didn't even know if he'd be able to join us or not, but he sent us a text right before we went live here to say that he is on his way back from school, and he will be joining us as soon as he can. So he'll be here before the hour ends, and we appreciate him doing that. We told him not to rush or anything. Oh, look, Azkhalon is already in the chat.
He's in the chat, but he's not here.
So y'all be sure to, y'all can yell at Azkhalon in the chat until he makes his way in. Let's see who all's here. So Dustin Anderson was the first one here about 5 minutes early. He was so upset that he missed last week. So he set an alarm to join the Nerd Herd this week. And we appreciate you being here, Dustin. Miss Josie Ann is here and in the house. Welcome in, Josie Ann. The Carnival Cruise Addicts, Liz and Chris are here. We appreciate that, guys. Again, I'm going to have to go back and watch your live on replay, because for the first time in probably months, we weren't home in time to watch it. We went out with our big group of friends, the first time we've actually gotten together, all of us, in 2025. So that was nice. Then CFL is in the house. Canadian Family Life is here.
Woo!
Welcome in.
I gotta subscribe to them.
G-Dad is here. And
G-Dad.
Welcome in, Dad. Glad that you're here. Uncle Dave is here. Uncle Dave, welcome in. Appreciate you joining us. Uncle Dave's here on the weekly with us. And, of course, here it is. I knew it wouldn't take long, but Uncle Dave's the one to throw it out. So, yes. Earlier this week, Scott gave me the nickname of Webster, as in Webster's Dictionary, because of all the information that I know about anything and everything. So Webster is, and then I went on and won trivia this past week. So
really?
Yeah, I did. I won the second trivia that Scott did. It was on Pete Rose. So it was a topic that I did know quite a bit about already.
How are we friends? Because you laugh at me because I never know the names of things.
That's why we're best friends, because I know.
It's like, I'm like, hey, what's the name of that? If you're watching my videos, I'm like, hey, what is this we're doing right now? What's the house we just went into?
Yeah. But Webster is sticking, and
I love it.
And it's nice. It doesn't bother me that much. It did at first, but it doesn't bother me that much. Even Jess is calling me Webster. So what's funny is I don't even own a dictionary. I actually looked for one here in the house, and I don't have one. Don't have an encyclopedia either. But we actually did, and you'll enjoy this, Jason. I went back and forth with Scott in the comments of another live, because somebody was like, he was talking about trying to do a new game at some point, and I said, well, if you're going to go this Webster route and you want to get me, he said he wanted to do like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with me as the thing. And I said, well, if you wanted to, I said, we could do like a Win Ben Stein's Money thing, where people have to go up against me to see if they know more junk about, than I do. And it has been a few weeks, ladies and gentlemen, but he is back in the house. Pastor Ron has joined us. Yeah, Jess, even off screen, Jess said, "Oh Lord, yes, Pastor Ron is here." So we know that we're in good. Yes, Liz, I did say Ben Stein's Money. That was a great game show. I loved that show.
Oh yeah,
I love
Ben Stein's Money.
The straight man that Ben Stein is in real life, but that man was smart. He knew
it's so funny that you say that, because like when I watch your videos, it's
Mhm.
like you'll go in 1935, they established this ride with the hopes that people from all over the world would come along, but to their chagrin. I'm like, where does he get this information from? It's like like my wife, she's like, he really knows a lot about everything. She's like, you are not very good. I'm like, hey, we're gonna go ride this ride. What's this called? It's so good. And then you're like, this ride was built with 4,552 metal bricks in the building. Fun fact.
Yeah, there's a reason we're called the Nerd Herd, and it
Yes,
just so
yes.
happens I might be bringing more of the nerd than anybody else.
No, you don't.
But hey, at least it's like you said, it's stuff that you don't know. So I mean,
I love it. And I always go, my wife goes, I said, that's why it's good to go and do anything with Zach, because he remembers everything. Now I remember random stupid stuff, but you know all the things. Like you're like, the actress. I'm like, I don't know her name. You're like, that's so and so. I'm like, I have no idea, but I love it.
Yeah. Right. A couple more people have shown up here. Crazy Joe is in the house. Crazy Joe, I was out at dinner and I got a notification that you were trying some new either a new site or a new way of going live. Let us know in the chat what that was and how you liked it, because I know you've been using StreamYard before. So curious to see what you were testing out there. I couldn't hop on since we were at dinner, but I was very curious to see what you were up to there. And Michelle B is here. Hey, Michelle, and the whole Bellows Creek crew there. Welcome in. Griffin family is here. Hey, Griffins, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate y'all. Okay, that's EvMux. Have you heard of that, Jason? Because I know
EvMux. No, I do not know that.
Okay.
I think Crazy Joe is throwing us a.
I'm sure he is. So yeah, like Uncle Dave, like Cliff Clavin, full of useless information and random facts. That is me. That if you want to, I'm pretty darn good with trivia nights at places, because the amount of stuff that I know about stuff that does not matter whatsoever, it's pretty high up there. So
here's Jason, a fun fact, though. Let me tell you this, Zach. Fun fact about me is that if you ask me where something is, if my wife calls me and she asks me where something is, I can literally tell her it is upstairs right next to the toothpaste. Or I can tell her, open my second drawer. It's over there to the left by this, whatever. Or she'll say, hey, do you see where this is? And I'm like, yes, it's second cabinet to the right. It's right next to that cup. And she's like, how do you do that? So
that's pretty impressive.
So there's something to be said. It's not everything, but listen, I'm directionally horrible, and I don't remember the names of things. And even my kids, sometimes at school, I'll say, hey, you come here. They're like, I've been in your class all year. I'm like, yeah, but you're not bad. I don't know your name. Come here.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, you'll love this. So that's kind of Jess's superpower.
Is it really?
To an extent, it's Jess's superpower. I can look for something for like 5 minutes, and the second I call Jess to ask where it is, it'll be right in front of me. So like she has the ability to make things just magically appear that I haven't found. So you know what, real quick, since we don't have Azkhalon with us, I am going to, because Joe said he'll hop on and he'll tell us about EvMux. So especially since I'm gonna I'm gonna send Joe.
Oh, Crazy Joe.
I'm gonna send Crazy Joe the link here. Let me.
He says he has a few free minutes, then he'll never leave, will he?
Crazy Joe. I don't know. Joe's a busy dude.
I know.
Let's see. Got to pull it up from my phone. Give me just a second here, Joe.
So while you're doing that, you're good.
Okay.
Well, while Zach is typing that stuff up, you guys see the new hat that I've got going. This is actually going to be the sticker that will be on a hat that I'm having made. It's going to be my custom hat. That's going to have everything on the inside. The back thing is going to have hometown on it. And so these are going to be the stickers that'll go on the bill. And this is actually what's going to be on there. So, and also when I sell a hat and I send it off somewhere, these are going to be like the little fun stickers I throw inside.
That's awesome. And yeah, Jason's
cool.
hat game is fire.
Jason's hat game is fire.
It is taken off. And hey, for those of y'all that won free hats from Jason, again, if you haven't reached out, make sure you reach out, because he's on a roll with the hats right now. If y'all have been keeping up with Hometown Headwear on Facebook and Instagram and everything that's been going on there.
Yeah, it's big. It's getting bigger, but the biggest thing is, I'll tell you, and this is kind of give you guys a little thing, but a lot of my sales are, friend stuff, but also business to business, like a group that does maybe they're yard people or they're electricians, whatever. I'll sell them like 48 hats. Well, that's great and everything, because they all want a certain brand of hat. They've always worn this hat. But what I want to do is, once I get my own hats done, I'm going to slowly try to be like, hey, I would love for you to become a hometown client, where it's like, you're supporting me, not XYZ company.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this whole hometown thing, I can be like, hey, look, I can get you those hats, but you support me and I'm supporting you. Let's help each other out. If you don't like these hats, fine. But I think what I'm gonna do is start throwing like one or two in to the boss and say, hey, try this one out. Here's the other ones, but here's one or two of my hats. See if you like it. And if they do, then I'd love to have them come in as clients for my hometown brand. And that's kind of what I'm hoping will happen. And it will happen, because I've already said it into the universe.
Yep. You put it out there.
And I'm, manifestation, I'm big on it. So
yep. All right. Well,
got to.
We got a first tonight. We got our very first guest that is not Jason or Azkhalon or me on the Nerd Herd. So here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in Crazy Joe.
Hey.
Welcome,
Crazy Joe.
How's it going?
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, you're in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, we are. We're in the background.
We're in the background.
Hey, I'm in the background.
Hey.
I don't want to bore your audience into a coma. So I'll also in 15 minutes I'm due to watch a movie with my daughter. She's coming down here at 7:30. So I won't be here long, but I'll tell you real quick about Evmux. So here's the deal. Let me ask right now, if you don't mind divulging, if I don't know if this is something you want to keep. Are you using the free version or the paid version of StreamYard?
We are using the paid version. Our first couple of lives, we used the free, but then when we decided, all right, we want to put this on all of our channels and have multiple destinations, then we switched over to the paid version.
All right. So, and I figured as much, because you don't have the little logo up in the corner there that says StreamYard. All right. Yeah. So StreamYard, here's the problem. The free version only gives you standard definition. Like, you cannot stream in HD from the free version. The paid version, in the past year, the prices have shot up like crazy. It has become so much more expensive than it used to be. So I was trying to find, it's not worth it to me. I have a small channel, I don't get, my channel is monetized, but I don't make much off it. Right. And paying what StreamYard was asking for just was not viable. So I've been using the free version, which is in HD and it has some limitations. And I started thinking, let me see if there's an alternative. So I started Googling for alternatives, and I find this Evmux. And just today, I streamed on it for the first time to kind of give it a test drive, see what it can do. There are pros and cons. Here's the pro. The free version gives you HD.
Wow.
So I could go on for free.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I could go on for free, and it's in HD. Now, the con is it won't allow you to record those streams for free. But then again, neither will StreamYard now. You can't record a stream for free anymore.
Yeah.
Now, here's some of the cool things it does do, though. When you have somebody pop in, before you brought me on the stage when I was backstage, you can hear what the people are saying backstage before you bring them in. So, let's say you're doing a live show. Now, I know you don't do this. Your shows are kind of structured, but I know my friend Perp, Little Movie Perp, always puts the link in the chat, and anyone could join. Well, the problem there is you don't know who's coming in.
Yeah.
And if you hear a guy using slurs or something in the back, you can kick him. You could be like, I'm not putting that guy on.
Yeah.
You kind of have a warning of what's this person. No, that's not really an issue for you because you're not bringing on people you don't know, but some people do, and I kind of thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh wow, you can hear who's backstage, and sometimes I'm not paying attention. Someone pops up backstage, I didn't even notice them. And they can be like, yo, Joe, let me on.
In the basement. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's a cool thing. And you could also turn it off too. So if you send someone backstage and you're hearing their chatter and it's, distracting you, you can turn the sound off so you don't have to hear them. But I thought that was a cool little thing.
Yeah. It's definitely different.
Cool little free thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the big thing. The price. The professional version of Evmux, if you pay for the year, it's going to be $19. It breaks down to $19 a month, which is cheaper than a lot cheaper than what StreamYard
way
charge.
Cheaper.
Yeah, way cheaper than what we're currently paying.
So, and it gives you, for that version, you get 2 seats. So I was thinking of trying to find somebody else who is looking for something and see if we can just split it, go in halves. It's
kind of what we're doing with Zach. Zach's paying for it, and we're all just throwing him a bone.
Yeah. So between the three of us, since we're splitting it, it's not so bad compared. I mean, because what we've got would be $45 a month, but I mean, we split it equally, so $15 a month is very doable for us to continue this. And I saw Liz pop in here and say paying for the year is way cheaper. And yeah, I'm sure it is. If you're willing to pay in bulk up front for anything, they're going to give you a better deal. Oh, Cheddar's made his weekly appearance.
Oh, Cheddar.
So, well, Joe, since you're on here, before you got to go, I always say you're our go-to movie guy. What have you seen anything recently that's under the radar that you want to give a shout out to here?
Not really. The past week, nothing came out that interests me. So I what was the last movie? Hang on, I gotta consult with Letterboxd.
Wow.
And actually see what the last movie I saw was. It's been over a week though.
Nothing I have watched recently has been good, y'all. Nothing. Everything I've watched, it's very weird.
Did you see Thunderbolts?
Not, but I watched Werewolf the other day.
I watched Wolfman last night.
Wolfman.
Yeah,
okay, very weird.
It was.
Well, those are 2 different movies, though. Werewolf and Wolfman.
Sorry, Wolfman.
Yeah. Okay. Because Werewolf.
You're talking about the guy who can't remember names of anything.
Well, there was a movie that came out about late last year called Werewolf.
Yes. Oh, you're right. You're right.
So which one did you see, Jason? Did you see the one?
Wolfman, the newest one, where he gets scratched at the first and all that.
Okay. Yeah. I watched it last night. Jess wasn't home, and I was surprised to see it. I think it was on Peacock.
Yes.
And I was like, all right, I haven't watched this, and I like Blumhouse movies, and I remember Joe seeing it and talking about. I wanted to like that movie a lot more than I did.
Joe, did you like it?
I did not like it, but I will say there's one thing about it that I thought was really cool, and that is when they show you the transformation from his perspective, and you're seeing his family members. They're their language isn't making sense to them anymore. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But overall,
that was a new angle. I like that.
Yeah. I loved the visual of when you went into wolf mode and you saw like all that was neat.
Yeah.
The last movie I saw in the theater was The Surfer with Nicolas Cage.
Was that good?
And well, it's very divisive. It's going to be divisive. It's one of those movies you're going to love it or hate it. I don't see any in between. It is like a fever dream of a movie. It makes you question what's reality and what isn't. It goes to some really strange places. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'd want to watch it again though. It was like a one time for me. But I could see people walking out angry.
I've been so mad at movies recently. I've just been going back and watching old things. I watched John Carter the other night, which I love. And I know a lot of people either love or hate it.
A lot of people hated that movie.
I love John Carter. I do. I do. I love that movie.
Have y'all seen the picture that was released this week of like a promotional shot, but of Nick Cage as John Madden for the Madden
see that.
film?
Yeah, I saw that. You need to pull it up, Jason. I was floored with how much he did favor him because when I heard the casting, I was like, Nicolas Cage is Madden, but either he put some weight on or they're adding enough makeup. But man, yeah,
wow,
like I'd be excited to see that because Madden, that's a dude who just the personality was off the charts.
Oh yeah,
and what he knew, look, Azkhalon had to, and Christian Bale is playing Al Davis, and you talk about a guy that's good at playing characters. Christian Bale is and this is, mind you, it's young Al Davis too. So young Madden, young Al Davis in the earlier years.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, I got to run. My daughter's coming down. We're going to watch this movie now, so I do got to go. But
well, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Thank you.
It.
Thanks for having me ever so briefly. If we make plans in the future, if you want to do something, if I get a little more, actually, usually I'm pretty by the seat of my pants, but we do have plans tonight. So.
I love that you're holding true to watching a movie with your daughter. I love that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm showing her V, the original miniseries.
Oh, that's the 1981?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's so good.
I feel like it's timely and has things to say about what's going on in the world now.
Yes,
I feel like we talked about V a couple weeks ago on here, so that's. But yeah,
right.
well, enjoy, Joe.
All right, good talking to you guys.
Y'all good family time there.
Have a good night.
You too, buddy. All right, so a couple folks have come in since Joe joined us, so I want to make sure we go back and shout them out here. So Mike, our friendly neighborhood scare actor from Plant City.
There we go.
Mr. Mayor is in the house. And then here he is coming in, screaming it from the rooftops. Scott is here yelling out Webster. Our buddy, our fellow #1 hurdling AA Aaron Smith is in the house. Scott, I missed it. Scott
covering
said that
a run for, what did he say? He was covering a run
for the walls, I think is what it said on Facebook Live.
Oh, cool.
Scott said they should have a teacher deal. I agree. I think that almost any place should have first responders and teacher deals. And Liz says for Webster's, yes. Danny Dizzle in the house. Danny, I don't know if you were here earlier or not, but welcome in if I did miss you. Open here. I know we're a little behind because everybody's talking about cheddar. Got to show that because that's just hysterical. I love me some meow meow too there, Liz. Look, Uncle Dave said the same thing. Yep, me too. And Dustin, the Prestige. Are we talking about that Hugh Jackman and who is it Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale?
That's a great movie. That is a great movie.
The rival magicians there. Have you seen these movies, Jason? Mike watching the Hell House movies.
Wait, is that is that the ones that are on Netflix?
You can find them on Netflix and Prime, and like this is my favorite horror genre. I love found footage, where it looks like, it actually happened.
Like Blair Witch trial stuff.
Yes. Like that's my favorite area. And so, yeah, Mike, I hope you've been enjoying those. I mean, the first one is obviously fantastic, and then it kind of goes down. But the most recent one they put out was like a prequel. It was really good. Double A, rewatch the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still for research purposes.
Yep, I love that. I love that.
That's great. And then V was fantastic. I even enjoyed the new V. When the new V came out. All right. See if anybody else came in. Oh, look, Azkhalon. For those of y'all waiting for Azkhalon, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. He will be here.
Azkhalon threw a new video out yesterday, too. For those of y'all that haven't seen it yet, he did a little dive into, college football 26 and what he hopes to see come out in college football 26 and differences there. Chad watched that because he's big in the college football 25. Let's see, the last one was Origins. Yeah, Carmichael Manor. That was the really good one. Jesse is here. Welcome in,
Jesse. Law in the house.
Jesse saying hey for the first time. Jesse, I got something coming your way. Don't know if Jason told you.
I've not told him.
Okay, something's coming your way, Jesse.
Do you want to tell him what it is?
No, let's surprise him. It'll be better. That'll be a surprise. He'll get it this week and he'll be surprised. Mandy Smith, welcome in, Mandy. The Braves won today, so we can all be in a good mood. Liz says a lot of guys like V. Yes. Yes, they do. Mandy. Mandy, you are always out and about in Atlanta, but just hopping over there. But when you're by the Battery, there's so much stuff to do. So I do not blame you. Look, Danny D, it's the 5-minute countdown before Azkhalon gets here.
Oh, yeah. Somebody set a timer. Yeah. So let me tell you this, Zach, tomorrow is our 8th grade cookout. And so myself and Lawrence are going to be, we're grilling and chilling tomorrow. So we're making burgers and hot dogs for all the 8th grade for their picnic. So when we get to school tomorrow, from the time I get there, I'm going to be on the grill until probably, lunchish time or whatever. It's going to be the best day ever.
Well, let me ask you this, because I've been curious about this. How was field day, buddy?
3 days. It was tough. I'll say it's tough. We do it all indoors now because of all the rain, and we've had delays several times, and it's really messed things up. So we just shifted everything inside. First day is mine. It's 8th grade. And so it's basically, we were building a plane as we were flying it because we had all the events and everything, but like literally we got through the morning session and we still had like a lot of time left. And we were like, holy crap, where did all the time go? So we were trying to build the plane, I was flapping my arms trying to keep us going. And then I'm very thankful that I've got 2 really great people that help because honestly, we couldn't have done it, but it was a lot of fun. So we had 8th grade, then it went 7th, and then 6th grade was the last day. And 6th grade is a lot of fun because they still feel like they're in elementary school. So they're dancing, they're singing all the songs, and it was a lot of fun. By the end of the day, we were exhausted by day 3, but and yearbook day, is that today or is that tomorrow, Jesse? Or is that, I don't know if we got yearbook days either tomorrow or maybe it's Tuesday, but anyway, we've got 2 days of Nothingville, which is awesome. Got to tell you one, go ahead and tell your thing and I'll tell you my other thing. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you, it's been Nothingville at the high school for the last week.
Has it really?
This is one of those years where everybody wishes the school year had ended early because man, it was, it's like we've got 2.5 days and they're about to be long. Like I am reviewing tomorrow, which will be nice. And then finals Tuesday and Wednesday, but man, the kids are done. mentally as teachers, we're done. Like just I've actually kind of been pushing through and ready for this weekend to be over just to get this next week over with.
Oh yeah, same here. But like Jesse, he says in there that he said Nate killed it, best ever. Well, it was funny because the first of the day I was super stressed because you're trying to get everything working and then and you never want to look like you're flying by the seat of your pants, which I don't think we did. We cover it pretty well, but we were trying to figure things out. But by the end of the day, I mean, we, when we're doing the final pull, I mean, scores every day were super duper tight. And I love chaos at the end of the day. Like I love not the chaos with kids, but the chaos with scores. So I'm constantly going, okay, what's the difference between first and third? And I'm announcing that. And then I'm like, I go and encourage the team that really needs to beat a team that's in the lead to get the scores even closer, And so I'm like giving them tips and tug of war, like, hey, get low, and all this stuff. And everybody's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm the king of chaos. But at the very end of the day, we're like announcing things. And I'm like, and now. And I would get real dramatic before I'd blow the whistle and try to hit it like right when the music was hitting and everything. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, I had a very busy week this past week. We had our baccalaureate Thursday night, that I'm in charge of organizing, and we had 40 seniors show up, which is huge. So that was great. We packed out the sanctuary with families and friends of those that came. So that was great. I actually did a lot in the world of YouTube last week too, on top of all the other craziness. I impromptu hopped on a live with Ron. Ron threw a link out there, and I felt like Danny and Scott peer pressured me into getting on because I had no intention of getting on, but I got on with Ron, and that was fun. And then I stayed up late on Wednesday night for this guy right here because last week I said Scotty J is killing me with his middle of the week 9:30 Eastern time because he's in Central time. So 8:30 is not so bad, but 9:30 Eastern time live streams, it's hard for me to be up. But I did. I stayed up late Wednesday night for Scotty J, and then I stayed up late Thursday night for Scott's Thirsty Thursday trivia that I won. Liz won one, and I won the other, so that was a good night. And then I was on with Scott and Greg from Cruise Life TV Friday night for Mad Libs, which went off the rails as expected. So it was a busy week. And again, real quick, throwing this up there, Mandy Smith asked, is G-Dad a dad? Yes, G-Dad is not only a dad, but he is a granddad, hence
the old granddad.
G-Dad there. But G-Dad is my dad, my father. But G-Dad is what my boys call him. And so that's what he made his profile here as G-Dad. Oh, here we go. He's down there. I hear him barking. Y'all have been waiting. He's here.
Let me in.
There he is. He's out of the basement.
I love it. I was like, let me in.
I saw you down there mouthing. I figured that's what you were mouthing. So.
I'm here. Hello, everybody.
Welcome in, Azkhalon. Everybody in the chat. I see him down there. I haven't made it that far, but I see him.
Aaron says the Run for the Wall is a veteran motorcycle cross-country trip to D.C. and the Vietnam Memorial Wall. Cookville's on one of the few stops on the way. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That is cool. And then Scott said, I stayed up late for 2 Scotties. Yep, I was Scott compliant in my staying up late.
Did you see Zach's new nickname?
Yeah, I saw that part. I was watching. Well, I was listening to it in my car. I heard part of it, and then I kind of lost y'all for a little bit, and I came back later. I saw a little bit of Crazy Joe on there, and then I lost you guys while I was coming in the house. So, but yeah, I saw Webster.
Webster. See, what's bad is like Webster. I think of, and I screwed it up because earlier this week, he started calling me that, and I was like, it makes me think Gary Coleman, but Gary Coleman didn't play Webster. It was Emmanuel Lewis that played.
Yeah, that's right,
Webster. But but yeah, so Webster, it's sticking. It'll work. I'm fine with it. So here we go. Where's Azkhalon is in? He made it.
Yes, I made it.
And then was my basement dirty, Azkhalon, since you were down there in the basement?
Just a little bit. just a wee bit.
And hey, look, Jason, y'all can come and defend me here. Look, Liz says that I pretend that I'm clean and innocent, but that I'm not. I am an angel. I am so Jess, aren't I? Jessica? I don't know where she is.
I think if there's crickets, then I don't know if we can trust it.
I mean, I've been around Zach for a very long time, middle school, high school, like one of the nicest guys I know. So like, he is clean and innocent.
Yep. Yeah. You have to trust my opinion. I have a beard and they say that men with beards are more trusting.
Oh, I'm not very trustworthy then. Mine's kind of patchy.
What's it say that I can't grow a beard?
I don't know. Have you ever had a beard?
I've tried, literally, and it was my first year at my current school, because the guys at that point, everybody I taught with had a beard, and they were like, "Have you ever tried to grow it out?" And I said, "Guys, y'all don't want me to do that. It's not going to look good." And so for the first time in a long time, I actually did go like a week, 2 weeks without shaving just in the summer to see what it did. Full on neck beard. And I was like, nope. Can't do this. Where it's all blonde up here, and then just it dark here. And I was like, nope.
Even a mustache? Like, what about a mustache?
No, like it's all blonde. Everything's blonde and it comes in crazy, going all which ways. So it doesn't work. So look. G-Dad said, I'm an angel and I get it from my mama. But there's a lot of things that I do get from G-Dad too, and that are not angelic. I can say that with him there. And look, Dustin was there. I stayed true.
There you go.
On Friday night, I was. If we want to put it out there, you have, the ego and the little angel and the little devil. I was the little angel on Friday night, and we all know that Scott was the little devil, and we'll say Greg was the straight man in between, having to deal with me and Scott.
That's fun.
All right. Look. Mike said with his beard, he must be really untrustworthy. See, you got it backwards there, Mike. Jason said that he is trustworthy.
Yes, that's true. They say men with beards are more trustworthy, and that's why that men during the Civil War times, their generals, they grew those beards big. The bigger the beard, the more trusting men trusted the men, the leaders, like Robert E. Lee and those guys. They were very trusting because of their beards. That's why Grant and all those guys, they started growing beards. I just made that up, by the way, Webster. Don't check me on that.
Fact checking you.
I
can grow all of this, but yeah, this is where
stuff on the
side, especially. Yeah, it gets so patchy. So if you can trust people with goatees,
I may be looking a little darker. Yeah, I may be a little darker tonight. We had a little graduation thing, and I went upstairs to get ready earlier. It was at 2:00. And my wife was like, "You haven't done your beard." And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't. I guess you really want me to do it." But it was starting to grow. It was starting to grow in back. I was starting to age again.
Sarah said, "Listen here, old man. I need you to freshen up."
It's so funny. Yeah, but when it's gray, it's really gray, and like I don't feel like I'm as old as the gray makes me look, right? And then when I dye it, all the kids are like, "This is your age. This is who you are. Like, you're not, the beard's just a thing." If I shaved it off like you do, Zach, nobody would even know. So
I do. I keep the baby face.
Jesse has a glorious neck beard.
Hashtag glorious beard.
Glorious neck beard.
So Azkhalon, tell us about the banquet. How'd that go?
Yeah.
Oh, we're pretty good. I spoke pretty much the whole time. So I'm surprised I still have a voice, but I did have a microphone. So that helped. I didn't have to yell, but yeah, we give out awards that the other athletes voted on. We had food. Zaxby's, Marco's, and Whataburger sponsored us this season.
Wow.
And so I saved all their food sponsorships for the banquet. And then we had parents contribute with some sides and desserts and drinks and stuff. So it went really well. My goal was to be done by 5, and then we finished about 5:05, 5:10. But then cleanup took a little bit longer, so I didn't get out of there till about 5:50. And it takes me about 30, 40 minutes to get home.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, buddy.
So I'm still in my polo.
So need to ask Azkhalon, what is Out of Sight about?
So Parasocial won, by the way, the poll that I had. So I'm going to be playing that. I didn't have time to record Parasocial today because I think that's going to be like a 2-hour and 3-hour investment. And so there's a demo for this game called Out of Sight that I played, and I don't want to give away too much because that video should be out probably tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. But it has a really interesting premise. It's a indie horror kind of puzzle adventure game, and you play as a little girl, and there's something special about the little girl and her teddy bear. There's a connection. So again, I don't want to ruin it until I play the demo, but the demo is about 15, 20 minutes long. So that video should be out soon, and I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the full game, which I think comes out in a couple of days, actually.
Don't forget, I need you to put my boy Pops' game on your
list.
Yeah,
yes. I saw one person that I'm subscribed to, one of the people, I can't remember, they played the Third Pig.
Yeah.
And of course I didn't watch it yet because I want to play it. So, I need to do that.
Make something out of that. Uncle Dave over here saying he loves me some Whataburger. We don't have many here in Georgia. Like Jason can attest to that. Like we've got one in Kennesaw and I think one in Woodstock. And, those are about 25, 30-minute drives. So I feel you, Uncle Dave. The only time I ever really get Whataburger or have the opportunity is when we're in Florida.
Yeah, they've been popping up a lot around here. We have one in the area where I live, one by school where I work, a few other ones in the Huntsville area. So they've been popping up like crazy. So maybe y'all will start getting more in Georgia as well.
That'd be good. I mean, it's nice to have options and choices and things like that.
Jesse said he did say that that's why Abraham Lincoln had a beard, because it was on. That's how he got the name.
Honest Abe.
Honest Abe.
Yep. And I told him it's like Honest Abe, the vampire.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That's kind of funny.
That movie? Did y'all see that?
What happened to crazy movies like that? We don't get
I love
anymore. The just out there wonky ridiculousness.
Well, I saw a picture online. It had Buffy, Celine from Underworld, Blade, and Van Helsing all together in an AI generated picture, and I shared it with Dixie because she loves Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And she said we're missing Abraham Lincoln in that picture. That reminded me of that picture.
All right. Do you know about this, Azkhalon, being our resident Alabamian there? Taco Casa?
I never heard of that place. I got to look that up now.
Taco burgers. That's interesting there, Dustin. All right. So I got a favor to ask. And I don't ask favors a lot, but I talked to Jason about this before we came on. But guys, I am 9 subscribers away from 900 right now.
Crazy.
So
awesome.
we are beating on the door of 1,000, and y'all know that I've had 1K subscribers as our channel goal for probably 2 years. And we're close. I mean, we're nowhere close on watch hours still. I don't know how that's going. I can't get that boosted up to save my life, even though it looks like we get plenty of numbers on tons of videos. But hey, y'all help a brother out. Help spread the good word of the channel here. And
I think you'll get it this summer, Zach.
That's what
definitely.
That's what I hope, that by the time that we return to school in the fall, that we will.
Consistency is admirable. I want to have Zach's consistency.
Me too.
Well, I will admit, to give you some behind the scenes stuff here of this week. We didn't do anything this weekend worthy of me videoing, and I didn't do a home vlog or anything. because I didn't want to film just to film. And
Yeah,
that's something Jess and I had a conversation about too, is I was kind of stressing because I was like, I have nothing to go out tomorrow. Like, and I've been so good for months, Monday nights, Thursday nights, videos, Nerd Herd on Sunday, and then anything extra is gravy. But, you know, you can expect Monday video, Thursday video. She was just like, you don't need to do something and stress yourself out about it just to do it.
Yeah. I think that's the whole behind the scenes for every creator, though. I think with all of us, with the podcast and everything, with all the stuff. I mean, you know, do it if it feels good. If it doesn't, don't do it. I know you're worried you're going to lose momentum. But I mean, I think it's also, like I said, just throwing something out just to throw something out. It's not always good.
Well, what I will say too is I am going to film something tonight to go out tomorrow, because something hit my attention earlier today that I want to talk about. It won't be a very long video, but I think it'll be a good video, not just for me, but for the community. It won't be my 40-minute mental health awareness video. If you guys saw that I appreciate several folks tuning into, but yeah, Webster went full on Webster
Webstering
for that one. But I will have that, and I think I'm going to be able to do another cooking with the Cokers video this week for Thursday.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
But that one, this one won't be as crazy as grilled cheese hot dogs, but it'll still be good. And I figured that would be good to do Thursday night, because Thursday night's our graduation. So I won't be able to have that one as a premiere. I won't be able to be on there to interact with folks. So that'll just be a cold release around 6 o'clock like usual. But I'll still be good, and then we'll try to go from there. We'll see. I know I'm going to have tons of content this summer once we get busy to going on our stuff. So a couple things that I wanted to show up here that got said during that. So Danny D is super close.
Yeah,
41
awesome.
away from 1,000. Good job, Danny. More the best supporter out there. So we're super thankful. And then Shane, one of my former students.
Awesome.
Welcome in, Shane. Appreciate you watching. Much appreciated. And that would be 892 there. So thank you. Oh, Scott over here. Yep. Jason called me Webster. Everybody's going to call me Webster. I promise.
You're up to 895 now, Zach. I just looked.
It's going to 895. Woohoo.
Yeah.
All right. Quality over quantity. Exactly. That's what the focus is. With consistency, you want the video to mean something. You don't want to just throw something out there to have something out there that, is only half-hearted or things like that. So, Jesse, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Danny D, thanks for sharing. Look, Dixie found her way in here. Gets stressed while cooking. I don't know if Jess does. I think Jess gets stressed with cooking if the dogs are in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I think that's her big thing. If the dogs are around her in the kitchen, then she gets mad because they're annoying and just looking for scraps.
They trip you.
Yeah. And look, Uncle Dave, here we go. I love it when we put Jason on blast, because this is a Jason thing. What's the status of my hurdling shirt?
Listen,
the hurdlings want to know.
Okay, so
where's our nerd herd merch? Nerd herd merch.
That's what we listen. Okay, so here's the deal. That's my goal. That's my goal this first week of summer is I'm going to order Nerd Herd, the herdlings shirts. And then I'm going to be like, these are ready and available. And it's going to be like
crickets.
Crickets.
I don't know. We may have some folks wear herdling merchandise. I think they would with our, not our ugly mugs on there, but maybe the goats, or maybe the.
I like the goats.
I have an idea I have a t-shirt idea that it's been in my brain right now, but I may play around with that this summer. I gotta wait for school to let out first, but I do have an idea as well.
All about that. All about it.
Can we put like Zach in the middle with like eating pages from a Webster's dictionary?
I didn't have that idea.
Like in his mouth, and he's just got a Webster's dictionary. He's ripped it out, you know.
Dixie, we need to release them. I think we have to. I don't think there's
for sure. Yeah.
I think like once we have designs and stuff, we have to show them here and like have that look. And Mike's like, we got shirts. Maybe. Yeah. Well, we'll see. You know, before Jason's getting, you know, he's Mr. CEO over here and making, as they say, money moves. We
are making some money moves, big time.
Making some money moves. So Uncle Dave says yes to the goats and channel logos.
Yes. So I have 0 subscribers on that channel right now, but because of what's happening with what I've got going on with the hats and everything else, I think it's an injustice that I don't show people the behind the scenes of me building what's going on. And so I do have a Hometown Headwear YouTube channel. I just got it opened up, and I don't have anything on there yet, but I'm going to. But it's going to be basically, I'm going to be introducing myself to the world of whether it's hats, you know, leather supply, wholesale, apparel, all that stuff. But I'm going to kind of do some behind the scenes of building a brand and turning this into something really cool. And so I just want people to see a small town, kind of hometown feel of how you build things, and you don't have to build things the wrong way. And I'm trying to build things the right way. And I want to say that business doesn't have to be a business. You don't have to be a biz.
Gotcha.
AWS, you know what I'm saying? You don't. And you can run a company and you can run a business and still make money. But what I plan to do, and you know, I joke with you guys, but like what I plan to do is just run things differently. You know, I don't like there's something I'm starting up. There's a lot of this stuff. Like when I mentioned I'm doing a few things, and some people have kind of caught on to it. And I've had people like text me like, hey, you're going to be doing this. And I'm like, yes, we are. And some people, there's an honest reason they're reaching out, but then there's other people reaching out like, oh, well, are you trying to be the next this or be the next that? And my simple answer is I'm not trying to be the next anybody. I'm just trying to do something. I think a lot of people, we all talk about building communities. And this is me before the end of the show saying this, but when you build a community, your community is to build people up, and to everybody feeds off of each other's energy. And so me starting this company and starting to grow something into something bigger, you know, there's always that kickback like, oh, he thinks he's trying to do this. And then, you know, you can't, those are not my community people. Those are not the people I want to be in a community with. I want people that are like, there's room for all of us. Like Zach, you having 900 followers does not hurt the person that's got 700 followers under you. You know, you don't hurt anybody. Me being at whatever I'm at doesn't hurt you guys. We build off each other, and hopefully one of and I don't have a lot of subs. I'm happy with it, but maybe they see your channel and they join you, or they join as or whatever. But I don't know. I think while I'm building, I've just been noticing that like everybody will ask me a question. I've been getting questions like, oh, were you starting this? And it's kind of under the radar questions, trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, find my little place where I fit in. I'm not trying to push anybody out. I'm not trying to act like I'm something I'm not. I'm just trying to do my thing, you know.
Well, the second you're ready to share that channel, you know, with us and ready to roll it out, you know, just put it out there. We'll throw it out there, and you know it'll get
it's open now. It's open now. It just I have no subs on it.
Yeah, put the link. Somebody said
just started it. I mean, I literally just opened it.
Hey,
it's Hometown
Headwear. Anybody can find it. Danny D will find it, and it'll be in the chat before we get out of here. But,
Dustin, run it with ethics and morals. Like you're right, because like I've even in dealings with trying to secure these hats and stuff, and talk to people online about getting things done. They would say, well, where do you want to be? I just tell them, I say, hey, where I need to be is where you make money, your company makes money, but I still reach my margins. Like I'm not trying to hit anybody with too much. So I don't know.
Yep. AA trying to be the same Jason, doing that hard things. That's right. All about doing the hard things. And House of X showed up here. Hey, House of X guys, welcome in. Glad y'all could join us. Appreciate y'all tuning in here. And I thought this was funny. Dixie's like, I won something. I can't remember what you won. You won one of Jason's hats.
Well, she said I could have, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you may be going back on that because y'all haven't. Oh, look, Dustin wants to podcast. All right, see, and that's kind of what we've done. Dustin is grassroots in it, just slowly building a little bit at a time. Oh, look, now Dixie's called. He did say he could have it. Okay. All right. Oh, and Danny said, "What's it called?" Is it just Hometown Headwear?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in the.
Yeah, Uncle Dave says, "Drop a link. Drop a link."
I just dropped the link.
Drop a link. What kind of link is that?
I have no idea.
Maybe it shows up on y'all's end of things, but
hold on. Well,
I see a bunch of letters and numbers.
Right.
Old guy with technology over here.
I did copy it right, but it popped up as that. I don't know what that is.
Hey, there we go. There.
Oh, come on.
There it is. Hometown Headwear.
Yeah, it's like I said, I just want to share what the behind the scenes of growing this thing and how you can, like Aaron said, run a company with morals and ethics, and one person shouldn't win and the people that help out lose. And so I just want to run things differently. So
all right, Azkhalon, what's Dixie talking about?
Hey, we're going to Disney the first week of June, so I guess we're 2 weeks out at this point.
Not
we've broken the 2-week mark. There you go.
Dixie's not counting or anything. There.
Yeah, we have a chalkboard in the kitchen, and Dixie does. She puts countdowns on it, like usually the end of school. But instead of the end of school this year, she's counting down to our Disney trip. So she counts down to like the next holiday, various things like that.
Uncle Dave says, "What was that? Jason needs a drug test." Oh, and look, here she is, everybody, coming to save the day. Danny D gets it in the CokerCulture.
No, that's not it. Hometown Apparel Co. No.
Oh, is that not you?
No, the Hometown Apparel Co. Nope.
Nope, that's not him. Okay, that's not Jason. We'll find him. Hold on. I'll see if I can find him.
Okay, when I put share channel, okay, let me try it this way.
No, you did it right. You just did it in your stream. And let's see. I'll get it. Let's find out here. There he is. Let me subscribe. And then we are going to share the channel, copy the link, and let's get it. Let's get it, everybody. Look, Webster's doing things. Trust in Webster. Look.
Won't let me.
Here we go. I think I did it. All right. Look, Denise came in here with that same stuff. We got to test Denise for the same stuff that Danny put it on there before I did. So it's in there twice now.
There we go.
Okay.
And now that guy is subscribed to Hometown Headwear.
I have one sub.
Nice.
Thank you there, Uncle Dave, everybody. Yep, Danny D, Danny Dizzle coming through. Yoda's in the house. Hello, Yoda. Welcome
7
in.
subscribers now. Holy crap.
Awesome.
7. I went from 0 to 7.
So Denise has a reason to be posting nonsense because she's huffing embossing powder. What is your reason for putting nonsense out there?
I don't know. I said share channel. I clicked it and I posted it and it said wah, wah, wah.
That was weird. Did the bot do something with it? Maybe I don't know.
I mean, really, it was the same thing I did both times. At one time it popped up.
Uncle Dave said you had 5 when I did it. I think you had 6 when I did it. So it's going to grow, and it's going to grow.
There we go.
Because we'll all share it out there for you. You'll probably make a post on Facebook or Instagram that we can share too, and get that out there. I know we're coming up on an hour here, and I remember, and somebody throw it in the chat. Somebody is going live tonight. It's not It's not immediately though. Somebody's going live at 9 or 9:30. Is it Scotty J? Is it you? Because that's a time frame that I associate with Scotty J. Look at Yoda. Holy moly.
They hit 11.5K. That's awesome. Wow.
Congrats, Yoda. That's huge.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
That's really awesome.
We were talking a little bit ago, Yoda. I'm about to be at 900. So that is awesome. Pretty soon, hopefully, the three of us will be there. Oh, well, if Danny D has no clue who's on tonight, then it might not be anybody. I could have sworn that I saw somebody on at like 9:30 this evening, but I could be losing it. I'm just ready for this week to be over, y'all. Azkhalon, do y'all have kids all the way through Friday?
No, my last day with the kids is Wednesday, and then we got to report Thursday for teacher work day. And then we got to be there the whole day, and then then we're done. Dixie has to go in the day after Memorial Day though, so she has a few extra days, but they start a week after we do. Pretty much.
See, we will be done Friday. The kids are done Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And then we've got a half day, which is really a full day Thursday because we have graduation after the half day.
Okay, yeah, our graduation is Tuesday.
And then we have a half day Friday. I feel you there, Denise. You're gonna be I'm gonna be in bed too because I did not sleep well last night. So probably gonna head to bed shortly after our live tonight, which surprises no one because everybody here in the community, if they know one thing about Webster, it's that he goes to bed early. All right, so we will go ahead and get things closed out, and we are going to be smart this week and not let Jason go first. So,
well, Jason already said something profound earlier.
Of course he did, and he's going to say something even more profound here in a minute. He's probably got it all typed out in front of him so that he can read it. So, Azkhalon, you're getting the screen whether you're ready or not. So,
hi, yeah. I was trying to think of something really quickly. I didn't know I was going to go first. Just see, and I came late today, and they're making me go first. You see how they treat me, but yeah, just always, it seems to be something that Jason started, and we all kind of preach. Do hard things. You never know, what's going to happen. With YouTube, if you're trying to grow your channel, step outside of your comfort zone. Once I started doing that, and trying some different types of content, to kind of see what sticks, I was actually surprised, where my channel kind of ended up going. I originally, started it just to play indie horror games, and I still do that on my channel. But really, when I got into the sports games, and then definitely when I started doing tutorials, which is something I never thought that I would do, I stepped outside of my comfort zone, and I really started to see, some positive effects from that, a good amount of growth and various things. And so I'm trying to continue, with that. And so my channel's become like indie horror gaming and also the sports gaming with the tutorials thrown in there. So yeah, just don't be afraid to, take a risk from time to time, step outside of your comfort zone. You'll be surprised when you finally put it out there, what might happen. And, sometimes you put yourself out there too, and the idea may not work. And so it's back to the drawing board, but you never know until you try. So do hard things, as we constantly say with the nerd herd. All right, that's it.
Zach, you're gonna make me go now? Aha, he's trying to be tricky. So let me just go to my thing with this hometown headwear thing and the doing hard things is that, a lot of, I tell everybody, when you say things, you put it out in the universe and it becomes a reality. It's called manifestation. I really believe in it. And, but it's also being around you guys and this community that you guys have built. Like, I see all the people that come and support us here and the good people that get in here and hang out with us on, these nights and everything. And it just goes to show that there are people out there that do want to help you. There's people out there that do want to help you when you do your hard thing, when you try your hard thing. So the one thing I want to say is the reason you should go out and try and do hard things is because you've surrounded yourself with people that support you. That's how you can do those things. And that's why I say always surround yourself with a community that supports you and cares about you, because you can have that strength, that confidence to try to do hard things. Because if in fact those things don't necessarily happen for you, you do have people behind you that can pick you up. And again, all the things that I'm trying right now, I couldn't do it if I didn't have support from my friends. And so a lot of saying this to you guys has made me live it a little bit more too. So I'm going to continue to do those things and then try to do it with a good heart to do hard things, and also bring your community with you. And that's the other thing is that, I don't want to get to somewhere where I'm doing well financially, but not all the people that have kind of helped me, give me the confidence to help do those hard things, kind of stay from the wayside. So I don't know. I'm going to drag some of you jokers with me a little bit as I can. And I'm going to always try to remember my roots, and that's rooted in communities. One of the things I say with Hometown Headwear, but I want to stay rooted in my community. You guys are my roots, and I want to branch out, and I want to make sure you guys get fed water. I want to make sure you guys get fed with good things. And so if I can help you in any way, shape, form, moving forward, I'm going to. I appreciate y'all so much watching us every week. I really do. That's it.
All right. And I will follow Jason this week. I like going last anyway and hearing what these guys have to say. And then that gives me the ability to change things up so I don't reiterate things if I need to. The word of the week this week, folks, has been community. And I told you guys that I thought of something earlier today that I wanted to film and put out tomorrow. And that is actually going to be, for those of you that have been with the channel a while and have watched the content, that would be about the community closings that I've had on various videos throughout. Y'all have seen Jason do one for me. You've seen Azkhalon do one, and then several other folks in the community have done them. So I wanted to talk and spend some time in a video talking about why I wanted to do those, as well as inviting more people to send them my way so that I can attach them, because that's kind of one of my bigger ways of giving back to our community. I know that, again, I don't have the channel numbers that a lot of other people have, but it's my way of saying, hey, I support you and I want to see you grow even more than where you are right now. And so I want to be able to give you that platform of my channel to do that, or our channel, I should say. So that's really it as far as what I wanted to say. Just to give you guys a little teaser for tomorrow's video, I do want to show a few more chats to everybody before we get out of here tonight and close up. So the Griffin family is on currently. They probably just came on here at 8, hopefully, or maybe a little earlier. So yeah, y'all go raid the Griffins after this. Send them that hashtag nerd herd raid so they know that you came from here when you get over there. And yeah, with shorts, I know Yoda said something fantastic about shorts, and y'all I am not good at shorts. That is an area that I stink. And they can do a lot of views, but a lot of folks don't. Look, Dixie says that she told a friend to do hard things. So Jason,
that makes me feel good.
It is taking off, buddy. It's becoming a trend. Look at Double A. Can you say community, boys and girls? That's exactly what it feels like sometimes. That is fantastic. Oh, they came on at 7:30. So the Griffins are still on, but they'll probably be on till 8:30. So y'all come in, you can join them halfway through. Okay, we appreciate y'all joining us. We all free next Sunday, boys? Or we got something? It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I should be good.
I'm good.
I think
we had to move ours to the next weekend, so I'm good.
All right, folks. Well, we will catch you next Sunday at 7. Dustin, set that alarm or keep it set so you can join us. We appreciate each and every one of you guys joining us here tonight, and we hope you'll join us again. Hope y'all have a very, very blessed week. And Pastor Ron is going to give you the peace sign as he goes out. So Pastor Ron came in peace and he is leaving in peace. And so guys, we will catch you next week.